Hi, lads. This is the place. I can feel all those diamonds singing to me. And it's a right pretty song, too. Gyro, I thought you said this winch was brand new.
It was. It's an unbreakable diamond tether, Mr. McDuck. I made it myself.
So long as you didn't use any of my diamonds to do the job. What's all this hullabaloo? Your lunch break isn't for 2 hours yet.
We heard voices down there, Mr. McDuck. Strange, ghostly voices.
Nonsense. There aren't any the voices down there.
Whoa, whatever you say, Mr. McDuck, but your mine is haunted. You finish digging it.
Oh, you want anything done, you've got to do it yourself. And believe me, if I hear voices down there, I'll give them a good talking to. Now you stay here, boys. I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
The rock bottom, Mr. McDuck. This mine shaft goes down for miles.
Alright, how's it going, everybody? It's Joey64 here with part 4 of Ducktales Remastered. And we are here at the African mines. So does that mean, like, there's North America, South America, Asia, Australia? Like, is all those, you know, like, different continents here in Antarctica? Or is it just Africa? Like, do we know this? Can someone tell me this? Like, I would kind of like to know, you know? Anyhow, the main gimmick, well, not gimmick, but thing with this level is basically, we're trying to find the world's largest diamond, but of course all the miners were scared away because there were voices and apparently there were ghosts in this mine. So it's up to Scourge to get his way through here by battling bats, weird looking slug men, and other creatures that we'll find throughout the cave. For the most part, the big thing here to keep note of for treasure collecting is these little boxes here that I just smacked there. Smacked a couple of them already. A lot of them have treasure in them. I think almost all of them are. Almost all of them do, if not all. I believe they all do. So keep your eye out for those, just because they are pretty important. Also, is this me? Why there's a weird part of the time to have a cutscene just kind of shows them holding it? There's no dialogue. I don't know. I wonder if there was originally supposed to be dialogue there or not. Who knows? The world may never know. The world will most likely never know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably not going to go on my way to contact Wave 4.
Hey, you found the key! Did the ghosts have it?
Oh, I'm telling you kids for the last time, there are no ghosts in this mine.
I don't know about that, Uncle Scrooge. Something must have cut the tether line and broke the winch and scared away those workers.
I'll tell you what scared them away. Overactive imaginations. I'm not about to let a bunch of silly superstitions stand between me and the giant diamond of the inner earth. Now, man the controls and lower away, lads!
That's one thing you gotta give Scrooge. No matter what, he's always... If there's treasure, he's gonna do whatever, no matter what's down there. That's kind of his whole shtick, I guess. Right here, I would say this is the least hidden hot container. It's very obvious it's there. I remember even my first playthrough, I remember like, oh, I think I accidentally walked over to the left there. And I was like, oh, well, hello there, hot container. So that's definitely the easiest one to get. I know for like speed ones and all of that, like I know they don't get any of them. I know when I did a speed one in this game a while back, just for fun. Maybe one day I'll have to speed one this game live. I think that'd be a really fun thing to do. But I got that hot container, and I may have gotten one other one. I think that's the only one I got though. It's just that one hot container. I went, grabbed it, and got on out of there ASAP. But it's the best thing to do. I guess this is probably where I would say you start to see a difficulty spike in the game. Not spike. This is where you start to see the difficulty increase in this game, I would definitely say. The platform becomes a bit more challenging. You start to notice less health. There's more challenging enemies. There's more interesting and different, more varied platforming challenges. Like right here, you have to bounce these little Aquaman duck frog dudes. You gotta be careful of those. There's a lot more tight corridors, tight spaces to dodge, like the bats and the slugs here, which are basically Goombas. I would say mainly those bats are quite the problem. We saw a couple of them earlier. We've seen them in other levels before. We have the return of the flowers from the Amazon, which are also, again, quite the hassle and can get quite annoying. Especially since there's really no true way to kill them. The only way you can really defeat them is just by simply dodging them or getting the little M medallion. That's probably that's the only way you can kill them that I can remember off the top of my head. I will say this stage I believe is where you get the most treasure, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I want to say this is the quickest way to get treasure. I do know definitely for myself, this was the level where I probably found the easiest throughout the entire game. I would definitely say this is probably the easiest level in the entire game. I could be wrong, I don't know. Well, not the easiest, but the fastest. Definitely the fastest level. That's definitely this level right here. Because, like, even just this video alone, including the cutscenes, it's about roughly 17 minutes long. And I remember, again, I did a speed run just on my own time one time. And I blasted through this level. It was the shortest level throughout the game. Probably next to the one at the beginning when we go through the money bin. Come from Duckworth Manor, Duck Mcduck Manor. Ugh. Duckworth's the name of the butler, which we actually don't really see. We don't see Duckworth that much until then in the game. Now I think, but I don't even think he has any lines after all this, after the fourth stage. It actually reminds me of this game originally. Way4 was expecting a bigger budget, so this is actually built. I believe this is built on the Shantae Half Genie Hero engine. Hence why the two games look very similar to each other. And art styles and all that, because they are made by the same developers and the same engine. Probably by the same production team, I would imagine. At least for the most part, mostly the same production team. Maybe not the exact same team, but probably, I put good money they had the same like executive producers and a majority of the same developers. For most part, Wave4 only works on one game at a time. From what I know, I don't think that's the truth. I think I'm actually wrong on that the more I'm thinking about that. But from what I've always felt like, it seems like they always just focus on one game at a time. Because you see, like, I would say Wave4 has about a new game a year for the most part, or every other year. Because I would say starting around the Wii U era, around this era is when we started getting, you know, like we got this game. And then about a year or so later, we got Shantae Half Genie Hero. Then a little bit later, we got Mighty Switch Force, I believe it was called. We got River City Girls. And then more recently, we've gotten what's that game called? The new Shantae game, Shantae 5. I can't remember what it's actually called. Shantae and the Seven Sirens. So I'd say for the most part, that's what it seems like. They probably have an A and a B team now. They probably do have two teams, I would imagine. So I feel like more recently they've been pumping out games, even if they are just remakes more frequently. Just from what I can, it seems to be. So yeah, I don't know. It seems like they pump out games a lot quicker than they used to. I like these boulder sections. I don't know. I get very greedy in these. I'm like, I gotta get every gem. That's one thing in this game. Like when speedrunning it, you probably should have a solid 5 minutes off my time just from where I was just sitting there and I started going back collecting treasure, or I started hitting chests and all that instinctively. Now whereas wait, I'm speedrunning, I gotta keep going. Honestly, I think it's something I'll just have to build by nature. Honestly, I think I'll just have to sit there and constantly play the game over and over and over again, with the intention of speedrunning it to really get into that groove. I don't know, maybe this should be uploaded. Yeah, this should be uploaded before hopefully the final part of the Mario Galaxy livestream series. I plan to finish the Mario Galaxy streaming series hopefully this upcoming Wednesday, if not definitely next Wednesday. And I know I do plan. I want to try to do a couple of one-off live streams after this. So probably, I don't know. This could be fun. I love how you can hear Scrooge saying you can see Scrooge say a couple lines while you're on the minecart. Don't I? Because you hear him say, "There's no end to this madness." because of how the entire time you're sitting there on a minecart going through it, but it's just kind of going in a loop off screen while the cutscene's playing. So you just hear the minecart in the background. It's kind of a neat little behind the scenes developer thing that you can hear if you just understand basic game development. So yeah. Also, you know, I know it's a very similar formula throughout a lot of these levels where it's constantly just dumb and they want to be with Scourge on it, and Scrooge's like, no, I'm going to do this. You stay here. Why you boys go back to the way you came. You know, a lot of times stuff like that happens, which is something the Wii-U doesn't do. That's something the Wii-U is like. At first he's like that, but later on becomes more like, okay, yeah, you could come. He gets more faith in Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Debbie, and this Lena and some whatever other characters in that show. It's been a while. We have been on hiatus for a long time, which makes sense. Honestly, it does make sense because of the whole, you know, real life scenarios going on in the world, which we won't get too far into. But everything going on in the real world makes sense. There's been a delay, just in animation in general. I'm surprised we got the She-Ra reboot and Kipo and the Age of the Wonder Beast. Those two shows. I know we've gotten plenty of shows throughout this. I don't know. Maybe they were just on the back burner ready to go, but to me, I'm very shocked. Yeah, again, we're also in the age where you can, any YouTuber like myself can just go buy a simple Huion tablet. Like there's really cheap ones. There's the Huion 420s you can get, or the H420s. Those are actually really nice. The H420s I like because you can have the screen. You can see a actual screen, or just get the 420, which is pretty simple. Those are only like $30. And what I like about those are nice, cheap drawing types if you just want to get into it. It's great for like if you want to start a production, honestly. You can buy a couple for your team. Just literally buy a couple, buy two. That's more than enough, honestly, for a lot of teams. Especially if you're just making like a comic or whatever. I'd say it's definitely worth the price. Huion makes amazing tablets. I have some friends who I have one because I'm not big into art, but I like art, doing art from time to time. Like I actually the person who does all the thumbnails, obviously, I know she uses the Huion. It's not the H420, but it's just the normal 420, I believe. Yeah, it's the 420. This one I gave her just so she can use it because she makes the thumbnails for me. Which thanks, I don't know, I know because you're watching this, but thank you for making the thumbnails. It's always appreciated. And I love the Ducktales thumbnail, honestly. I think this next to Mario Galaxy, I love the Mario Galaxy one. That one looks really nice. So yeah, I will. Cutscenes this game a little odd at times, I gotta say. Why they just kind of stops, no dialogue, just jumping.
You! What's the meaning of all this racket?
Out of the way, stranger. As the king of the Terraformians, I forbid anyone to interfere with the great games.
Great games?
Stand back. You'll interfere with the role.
Ooh.
Strange creature, you are disqualified. Yes, you're disqualified for unsportsmanlike conduct and roll and crash interference.
Now see here, I own this mine, and I won't be bossed around by an overblown fuzzball. Step aside, I've got work to do.
Oh, so you're the one causing all the ruckus up above. Well, I have heard enough.
I do like this right here. I don't know, I just like how they both keep the bit going right there between the King of the Terraformians and Scrooge. I don't know, I've always loved that cutscene, that's why I was quiet for it. But his boss is pretty simple. He'll spin around like so, as we just saw. He'll choose a little horn. If it's yellow, rocks will just fall. Pretty simple, fairly simple. And if it's purple, I believe, a whole bunch of just typical normal Terraformians will blast through, which we'll see here. He'll blow purple and a whole bunch of them will come by. You just use a poker stick to go over them. It's a pretty simple boss fight. Of course, if you try to be cocky like me, I get hit by the actual King Terraformian a lot. Just because how cocky I can be, trying to sit down like, oh, I'm gonna juggle and bounce on him. Oh, I'm not gonna use the pogo bounce here because I'm that cool. And I end up paying for it a lot, to be frankly honest. me trying to be cocky throughout this fight. It's like, oh, it's not hard. It's pretty easy. It's all the boss fights I wouldn't say are hard. Final one I would say is they're all just a good challenge though. I want to see no. I want to be like, I've never seen them like, oh my gosh, it's so stupidly hard. I have died. I probably died in all these boss fights at least once, except for I think the final boss. I don't. Well, after that point, you have so many hard containers. So I guess that's also why. I don't remember if I died in this boss or not. I think I did. I don't know.
I can hold up under your assault no longer, stranger. What is it you wish from us?
Well, for starters, stop these infernal games. You're causing earthquakes, scaring off my workers, and ruining my equipment. It's nigh impossible to mine for diamonds.
Diamonds?
Aye, diamonds. Like this one, though the particular one I'm after is a fair bit bigger.
Oh, you refer to garbage rocks. We have no use for garbage rocks. They're hard and sharp, and you can't roll on them at all.
You don't say. Tell you what, I'll do you a favour and haul away your garbage rocks, free of charge. Just keep the earthquakes to a minimum, all right?
Agreed. I am proud to announce that the Terraformians hereby welcome your garbage rock mining operation. Here, you can start by getting rid of this one.
Bless me bagpipes, the giant diamond of the inner earth.
Alrighty, stage cleared. Yeah. Jazz hands. And there we go, another level done. African mines, more money to throw into the money bin. Awesome. And we got the gem of the inner earth.
Gee, Uncle Scrooge, you mean there weren't any ghosts down there after all?
That's right, Louis. It's as I told you, boys. There's a rational explanation for everything.
Yeah, a whole kingdom of underground creatures who cause earthquakes as part of a game is a completely rational explanation.
Aye. Never mind, boys. The point is, we made it back with a giant diamond of the inner earth and gained an entire diamond mine in the process. Now, where to next, lads?
Alright, cool beans. So I guess you Duckworth here every time. I believe you could talk to him. I don't remember. Anyhow, time to take another dive into the money bin. Look at that. We got the scepter, we got the coin, we got the gem. We still have 2 more places to go, I believe. We have the Himalayas and the moon. Oh yeah, literally the moon. How can you forget about the moon? Jeez, how do you just forget? Oh yeah, the bloody moon is a level in this game. Sometimes I have to question my thinking process at times, folks. I can't lie. Anyhow, with just 2 more levels to go, next time we'll be going to the Himalayas. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Pack my parka, Duckworth. We're headed for the Himalayas to hunt for the lost crown of Genghis Khan.
Shall I forward your call, sir?
Gee, can I come, Uncle Scrooge? I want to see the pretty Himalayan marmots.
Oh, not this time, Wibby darling. I need you here looking after the boys. Otherwise, who knows what kind of trouble they might get into.
Oh, that's very smart. Uncle Scrooge!
Indulge me, lads. The last thing this expedition needs is a wee lass about. Ugh, I'm going to have enough trouble looking after Launchpad.